and welcome to the first part of my Dragon Age Veilguard playthrough. It's been a while since I uploaded Inquisition, so I have played through this game a lot. And I mean a lot. I've done 8 playthroughs so far. So this will be the playthrough where I use the final specialization that I haven't used yet. And to save time, I am just going to import. I'm going to import a character for the customization purposes.
I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused, even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him, and that's where you come in.
Okay, so like I said, I am going to be importing a character and making minimal changes to appearance. Let's see. Be changing skin tone. Eye color. And hair color will be changing too. And hairstyle will probably be changing here too. Okay, gonna be playing as a rogue. faction I'm going to be going with is Shadow Dragons. And I will be reading the backstory that'll be popping up in a bit here. Rook risked everything to liberate the enslaved people of Tevinter, even knowing it would anger the ruling elite. The foundling Rook was adopted into a military family and joined the Shadow Dragons to fight from the shadows for change in Minrathous, while guarding a visiting dignitary who was investigating a slavery ring in the nearby city of Nessus. Rook concluded that the mission would fail without throwing caution to the wind. Alone, she sneaked into the dignitary deep into Venatori-controlled zones and brought him back, along with the rescued slaves. These actions brought Rook to the Venatori's attention, and the Shadow Dragons decided to keep Rook out of sight. Playing on just normal difficulty.
I'm glad you're here.
Okay, going to customize the events of Inquisition. I'm going to make very little changes to this, just in the interest of saving time. Like, I'm not even going to change the Inquisitor at all. Disbanded the Inquisition, saved Solus from himself. Yep, there we go. Like, that is literally all I'm doing for that. Generally, in this playthrough, I'm going to try to play Rook as a hopeful optimist. You know, so I'm not going to be doing the stoic answers or the joking answers as often. It's gonna try to adhere to the character. And here we go. I'm gonna mute myself again for basically any time there's gonna be cutscenes or dialogue going. I'm gonna be muting myself.
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nevgalis?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
It's not a demand, it's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nevgalis is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar. But you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with the coin. Or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumat Plaza. That's where you'll find Nev Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
That offer's good for all of you too. No?
If they won't listen to you, they can always listen to Bianca.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
What did I have to worry about? You were there watching my back.
Yeah.
Come on. Harding will be worried.
All right. Break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
What doesn't have the Teventer riled up?
Christ, I bless you.
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Wait! But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
Are they after us? Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've got to help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go!
Uh-oh, the sky is splitting open.
Get us to Dumas Plaza, then Nell will get us to Solus.
Watch out! Solus summoning demons.
My guess is the
Oh,
veil's
shit.
weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
That really should have hit me.
And when the veil comes down completely,
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this. Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the door as quick as you can, okay?
thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
Have you got my gear?
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep it quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Rook, you're with the Shadow Dragons. I figured you'd know Minrathous better than I do.
Sure, but Minrathous is huge, and this is nowhere near my neighborhood. I can try.
Don't worry, scouting's my specialty. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Alright, action time.
Demons, here they come.
Oh, jeez. Need a second to remember how the fuck to play. Ow. Bitch.
I think that's the last of them.
Good. Let's get to Dumont Plaza and find Nev. You two all right?
Yeah, hold on.
Yourselves up if you need it.
Trying to
I don't
gather
know.
some money and
Solus tears down the
whatnot.
veil. Doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was,
That world existed before the Veil, and he wants to bring it back.
even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Yep, here we go.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Crap. Let's move.
Get the demons. I actually really like the design of demons in this game.
I hate these assholes.
Couple headshots. Everyone hates these assholes.
More intruders! Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Used to fight these assholes every day as the Shadow Dragons.
Glad you kept up practice.
Ooh. Money.
Come on. Guess we're sliding down.
They're allies of Ned Gallus! Kill them all! Very dangerous.
Get parried, idiot.
Another barrier. But it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatori's.
Varric, Harding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatori had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Both of you have done some work for the Shadow Dragons.
Isn't that a coincidence?
Some old friends said if I was working in Tevinter, the Shadow Dragons are worth trusting.
We came prepared for a rescue. Looks like you were way ahead of us.
A rescue? You're sweet.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go, before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
All citizens in the canal district must remain in their homes.
So, if we do catch Solus, or the Dread Wolf, whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us.
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
We can slide down the
Yeah,
line
so-
and get across.
I'm getting
So the
too
game-
old for this.
So the gameplay in this game is a big departure from previous games, but it's still a lot of fun if you ask me.
There.
This game has also been the subject of a lot of
Looks like the Venatori also
unjust shit, I would say. Like, it's not a perfect game, but it's nowhere near as bad as a lot of people are claiming.
So this is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Manrathus itself.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
What do you see?
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
Ancient elves doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
More demons.
Boink!
Locked. There must be a way to open it. Let's look around.
Air's full of magic. Solus used a lot of power for something.
Solus, the Dread Wolf, Fenharel. He's got a lot of names.
I always called him Juggles.
Nice work.
Let's see what's on the other side.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Well, we're not in Manrathus anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Alright, here we go. Ooh, he almost got me. I mean, not really, but...
And I thought the demons were bad back in Mirathas.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
I really need to get to the far enough into the game where I have skill points.
We get tremors.
Because not having a riposte is kind of annoying when I get these
Not many of them
parries.
left to light. Might want to hurry.
The music in this game is pretty good, but it's not as good as the music in Inquisition was. At least in my opinion.
Almost there. Quite a few of them, aren't there?
Nothing compared to how many will get as Solus finishes this ritual.
Here we go. Pride Demon.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Watch the lightning.
How did demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sensed Solus's ego.
Ooh, did that damage this?
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him, you can.
Thanks, Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
More demons.
Take care of the team for me. Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
Alright, let's buy him some time.
Let's kill some demons.
I hope Veilguard is getting through to Solus.
Better talk fast. We can't hold these demons off forever.
The Veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
Not Bianca.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right, you two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Let's go, Harding. Nev, keep the demons off us.
You got it.
Yeah.
This is it!
Bring down that scaffolding!
Why tear down the Veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling! We need to push it!
I'm with you!
Together! Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push! Varric! Varric! Oh no, no, no! Harding!
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus. I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic.
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
He did not abhor the use of blood magic in Inquisition. Actually, when you talk to him in Inquisition, he talks about how blood magic is just like any other kind of magic, and it's how you use it that determines whether it's bad, which, honestly, I agree with. It's the same thing when people talk about guns. You know, it's just like, guns are not, you know... Yes, guns can be used to kill people, but that doesn't make the gun bad, it makes the person who uses it bad.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up.
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
The Evanurus, or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
How am I supposed to trust anything you're saying?
You saw them escape from my prison.
I also saw you bringing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric?
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Okay, so I do not have a positive accepting answer option here. So I'm gonna have to try to pick something that sounds like something the hopeful optimist type character would say. Not that I can really influence Rook's personality too much in this game, but the amount of role-playing that I can do, I am still going to attempt, so it's going to be this one.
How bad are we talking here?
Their power outstripped my own even before they embraced the corruption of the Blight.
But you did imprison them.
Through trickery. I also had a ritual dagger of pure lyrium, and a network of mirrors to take me from the lighthouse across the world.
I don't have either of those.
Well then, I expect you will be busy.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why tear down the veil?
You want me to take the shot?
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well, still with us?
Varric, you're okay. But I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out, by the skin of her teeth mostly. And before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had. And you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. Like the time you disobeyed orders while taking down that Venatori slavery ring. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for Elfruit.
No, it's fine. I was just gonna stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me... I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Okay, now we're gonna find out if the, okay, there we go. The pre-order stuff did load in properly. Which means that I can for the moment, I can use this chest as the wardrobe, since my character's room is not actually available yet. And this is where you do your cosmetic changes. And I'm going to be selecting, you know, pretty much just the default stuff. I'm not going to be selecting the pre-order options for pretty much anything. But the main reason I'm doing this is because I don't want my appearance to change as I equip better armor, because the stuff that you pick up at the start of the game just I don't like the look of for a lot of it. Especially the first armor piece you pick up, which causes you to not have shoes on. So I especially don't like having that. You can do the same thing for your allies. I need to get a better outfit for Nev as soon as possible, because I really hate the graduation hat that she has on a lot of her outfits. She's also the character I'm going to be romancing this playthrough. And there we go. Now my appearance is set to all the default stuff. So as I equip better stuff, I will maintain my current appearance.
Whoa.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
Alright. First skill points. Very first thing I need to do. Grab the riposte so my parries have a bit more bite to them. Dodging attacks, I should probably get that right away too. Don't need that. I do want that too. But here's the specialization that I have not used yet, the Saboteur. It's basically the gadget type character specialization. I really don't like that ultimate ability. It looks really stupid, but so I probably won't be using that one. I'll probably use whatever the default one the rogue starts out with is. But yeah, you could set up a turret, and apparently that's apparently the extent of your traps, since these are all passive abilities. Interesting. Oh, interesting. So if I'm fighting in melee, I can keep my buffs active. That's kind of cool. Oh, that's also really cool too. Alright. Interesting. Alright, so I'm getting the feeling that this specialization is supposed to be a mix of ranged and up close, which is good, because that's actually how I like to play the rogue. My first time playing a rogue, I did the archer specialization. I tried to use my bow as frequently as possible, pretty much as exclusively as possible. And then my second playthrough is the rogue, I did the assassin, which, you know, it's supposed to be all up close, but I mixed in my bow whenever I saw the opportunity, and that's kind of how I preferred playing. Alright, so this is a cooldown ability. This is also a cooldown ability. Good lord. That'll detonate overwhelmed. That doesn't detonate anything. This is a... Are there any tool type abilities that have a... that have a momentum cost? It doesn't seem like it. This one is cool. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I should have some kind of primer. I need a detonator and I need a primer. So I'll probably end up using this as my detonator. Especially since it's got a 20-second cooldown. That's, you know, a lot better than this 60-second cooldown. And then I'll need to pick a priming ability. It applies weakened. Which I believe weakened is detonated by warriors. Honestly, I kind of want to go with that. So I'm going to have a bit of an awkward split here. To go this way so I can pick up the explosive daggers. Projectile duration. Area tool. Duration tool. I think as far as the amulet that I have equipped for this playthrough, it's probably going to be whichever one boosts tool abilities. So I can have both of these be boosted, and my primer doesn't need to be boosted by my amulet, since I don't have... None of these abilities have, you know, one ability that they all share, unfortunately, so... I'm going to grab the rolling attack. Or the dodge attack. And grab that. Start making my way over to this first. Before I start making my way down to grab this. Alright. Alright, so I am going to be doing this small puzzle in the courtyard here. You basically turn a few sets of statues to face each other, and I'll open up a door to the music room. Get me a little bit of extra loot.
There must be
Okay, that's one set of statues done.
That's the second.
Okay.
One more to go. Okay.
There we go.
That did something.
Now that door is open, I will go in there in a bit, but I'm going to talk to companions first.
Wisps. Figures they're in the Fade, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
We're both shadow dragons and both from Minrathous. Maybe our paths haven't crossed, but I know our work has. It's a start.
Now, I could do the dialogue response that is Shadow Dragon, based, you can see it by the symbol. But because I'm going to be romancing her, I'm going to be picking the little heart symbol whenever I have the option.
I'm not sure stopping a ritual is the best way to meet someone.
So much for first impressions.
Here's hoping I'm better on the second.
Well, you're not bad so far.
You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's...
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
I do think it's mildly annoying that you can't influence your character's personality in this game. That was definitely a thing in Dragon Age 2. I don't actually remember if it's a thing in Inquisition, despite how much I've played Inquisition. I don't think it was.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I should be asking you that. I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do. We have to keep going.
Are you sure you're alright? Maybe you should rest.
Yes, Rook. I'm fine. This is nothing. I'm just a little dizzy. I'll walk it off. Or something.
Harding, you can't just...
Oh yeah? Watch me. We need to get back to the ritual site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come get me when you're ready to go.
Personally, I think Lace is the best companion in this game. But then again, I also really liked her in Inquisition. I remember I did a playthrough of Inquisition trying to romance her because you had the option to flirt with her several times throughout the game. And then at the very end of the game, you do the flirting option and you agree to get together and go on a date later. So it never actually happens in the game, and it was really annoying. Which is probably why she's a companion in this game that you can romance, because I'm pretty sure more than just me was upset about that. But that little puzzle opened this door. I'd come in here, just grab a little bit of loot. I'll be able to do more in here later, but it gives me a nice little start to my currency.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks we all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
Sorry, it was while I was unconscious. Solus appeared in my dream.
Really? I'm glad you're alright.
From what I saw, he's trapped in the Fade now. Not here, but some kind of prison.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams. Even kill them.
He said our connection wasn't strong enough for him to do that. He could only reach me because I bled at the ritual site when I got banged up.
So Solus is using blood magic? Like any normal mage would to play with your mind?
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
We all know he's not a god, but it's faster than saying ancient elven mage every time we talk about him.
Alright, well, we've stopped the ritual and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had two of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elganan and Gillinane. 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against. When I talked with Solus, he was scared of them. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elganon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
If Elganon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We find out what we're dealing with, and then we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
Alright, gonna be unlocking the next companion soon.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlathan.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right, let's take a look around and see if we can find...
Cut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it!
Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlathan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's, sorry, Solus's ritual, isn't it?
You all were supposed to stop him.
We found Solus and stopped his ritual. But things took a turn.
The magic went wild. Solus was dragged into the Fade, into some kind of prison.
But when he went in, something, or someone else got out.
Elganon and Gillenane, supposedly.
Thalanost.
The return of our gods, the Evanurus.
If those two are back out in the world, it explains a lot.
Like what?
Artifacts that have been dormant for centuries are awakening. Something that would need a source of tremendous magical energy, like two of our old gods.
Anything you can tell us about these gods?
Solus might be a bastard, but compared to the Evanurus, let's just say they weren't known for being kind rulers.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanurus, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tareth is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of Veil Jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Lute. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Belara.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strife and Eolin, all right?
What? No, I'm coming with you.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right. So that suit of armor is moving. Eyes open.
Ooh, that was not parryable.
Gotcha. Oh, people.
Where'd you come from? Belara? Belara Lute. Strife and Eolin sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elganon and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veil Jumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Strife and Eolin said you're their best veil jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Alrighty.
Trying to get to the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Ah, and I'm guessing it sees us as threats.
We'll be leveling up again here.
Then let's deal with this quick.
Ow, that was a poorly timed parry. Wow. Ow, ow. Okay, well, that was not a very good showing. Okay. I do want the retreating shot here at some point, but it's not going to be my priority. My priority is making my way up here and getting this ability so that when the time comes, I can just specialize immediately. So I'm going to start by following this path. Oh, but I suppose I should also think about which armor passive I want to go with. Maximum arrows, weapon damage, added stagger. That's really good. Like, that's really good. Light armor, let's see. Max momentum, weak point damage, charge bow damage. Yeah, that's not... It's not really so good for the plan for this character, since it's going to end up being a mix of melee and ranged. You don't want to have things that are basically exclusively good for ranged. Crit damage, melee damage, momentum gained on parries. So it looks like this is what I'm going with. So just I gotta wear 2 different weight classes with my armor. And I'll have a higher arrow max, my weapons in general will deal more damage, and I'll do more stagger damage, so that'll be good too. It's unfortunate that you have to defeat an enemy with a takedown for this to grant necrotic weapons, but can be done. Bow damage increasing. Yeah. Bow damage is going to be the way to go. Affliction damage might be good later, but without a way to actually apply any afflictions, it's not obviously going to be very good. See, penetration, that's just more damage. Physical resistance. You're a fan. I don't know. Figure it out more as I go. That's kind of how I've done this game every time I've played through it. I have yet to have an actual fully formed plan by the time I start a character. Just kind of figure it out as I go.
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. You might find some clues in the ruins, though.
I don't usually see elven ruins that haven't been picked over.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers, mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Do you know what this place was?
Could have been a temple, could have been where they stored food. But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important. It almost feels like an armory, or something like that.
Why would there be an armory this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to a lot of non-answers from Balara. She gives a lot of them. And it's actually kind of annoying.
No way across. Think we can make the jump?
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
Like, there are several occasions where...
Wow, isn't that something?
Several instances where Balara is explaining something that's going on, and someone asks her what that means, and her response is usually just something along the lines of, "It means we hurry." It's just like, no, that's not what that means. It's like, you were asked what it meant, not what we should do because of it.
Resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
But it is something that she does a lot, unfortunately. And now the outer ring has stopped. Ooh, that was a nice shot. That wasn't. Got him. Nice one shot.
Company, get ready.
Where'd this bastard go? I hate it when they disappear like that.
That's the last of the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Apparently, when it looked like he teleported away, it was just dead. Bring it, bitch.
Damn. Another sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down. Okay. Easy enough. But watch out.
Yeah, it sure
Whenever you
was.
see one, there's more nearby.
Yeah, it turns out things are a lot easier when you actually land your parries like you should.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be. It means I was right. Right about what? About where we are. It's an armory. And I think I know what the artifact is.
Now there's a nice shot.
Ooh, I thought I avoided that. Well, that was mostly pretty good.
So if this is an armory, what sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive spirit.
A what?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
Methalinast. Darkspawn.
A lot of people don't like the design of the Darkspawn in this game, but I think it's actually pretty good. Okay, my shots are starting to really suck.
Behind you!
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
I mean, Darkspawn can be anywhere. It's not... I mean, yes, when there's no blight going on, they're not typically above ground. But it doesn't mean that they can't be.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Sure thing.
Now we get to see the next string stop moving.
Spawn though? Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them. Once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple. More Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Okay. Yep. Ow.
And another resonance amplifier.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rule of threes, guys. Come on. Can't believe you don't know about the rule of threes. Ow. Woo.
The last barrier's down. We're close. I can
Nice.
feel it.
Well, apart from getting bitch slapped repeatedly at the start of that fight, that one went pretty well.
Did you notice something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
And how would you expect my character to know that? My character is not a mage. Unless, of course, she was talking to Nev. Alright.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
No, actually. The notes were never very clear on that.
Oh, I just got nailed in the face by that.
Constructs ahead.
We're getting closer.
Would you stop blocking me? Ooh, can't parry that one.
Looks like this door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
Sure can. Ow.
the Nodus Thalin? I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit. You'll see. Okay, here it is. The Nodus Thalin.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back?
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
What do you mean by tricky, exactly?
If I remove the artifact the way I usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Here we go. Big baddie. Ooh, wrong button. Oh, cheap shot. Right as I was coming out of my iframes. Got him. They want you to use your ultimate there. If you have tutorials turned on, it stops. You know, like a tutorial will pop up mid-fight telling you to use it.
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
What does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Sulanan.
Right. I have questions.
I am.
So that's the Nodus Thalin.
It was, or is, I mean. Crystal's broken though, needs fixing. Merlin will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veilgjumper camp.
Alright, another level. Whoa, why did it take me way up there? Alright, so you also have the ability to level up your companions. Companions have a max level of 10. And it will afford you enough skill points for them to get their skills, to get 3 of their 5 skills fully upgraded. You're pretty much never going to be using more than 3 different skills, because they can only have 3 equipped at a time, so there's that. So I'm going to upgrade her healing. I'm going to upgrade her detonator. And down here is where her loadout is. And I'm just going to swap the locations of these. Put the detonator on the bottom, primer on the top, and then the support ability in the middle. That's how I set up my companions when I play this game. Lace only has support abilities at the moment. And this is her detonator, so I'm going to move this to the bottom. She'll get a primer later, once she levels up. And Lace will get access to primers and detonators once she levels up as well. Because her skill tree is here, but all of these other skills are locked until she's leveled up once. That's how it is for every character. Is until they've leveled up once. They only have their 2 default ones. You can't just pick shit. Loot the chest, equip the bow to Balara. And time to get out of here.
Ready to go?
Right. Let's get moving.
Come on. I'll show you the way to the Veilgjumper camp.
Wounded, 16 on bed rest, and some of our most experienced fighters are still missing.
We're running out of Veiljumpers. Whatever's going on out there, it's scary.
Jahel and Milva never reported back from Demeter's crossing.
There are 100 people living in that village, or near enough. You're back, and you're alive. Good.
Sounds like things have gotten a lot worse since we left.
Darkspawn. They're showing up all over Arlathan, attacking anyone in their path.
We've evacuated 3 daily settlements already.
We ran into Darkspawn too, near the Nodus Dirthalan.
Wait, you found the Nodus Dirthalan? The Archive Spirit? We could ask it about the gods. Figure out their next move.
If it weren't broken, maybe. But we're not getting anything out of it anytime soon.
Meanwhile, Veiljumpers are disappearing. Something out there took them.
I know. But maybe, if we find them...
We find the gods. Or at least some sign of where they might be.
But Arlathan Forest is huge. Where do we even begin to look for them?
Demeter's crossing.
What?
Irulan and Strife. When we came in, you said you'd lost contact with Demeda's Crossing. We could go check it out. The three of us, I mean.
You mean 4? You're not leaving me behind.
You were just wounded. We can...
You'll have to tie me up to keep me here.
I don't know what you're going to find there, Rook. Likely nothing good. But you'd be saving people, and it might get you on the trail of the gods.
Demeda's Crossing's on the far side of the lake. There's a small boat at the docks. It'll take you there. Watch your back out there. And good luck.
Okay, we'll need a boat to get there. Let's head to the dock.
Alright, before I go that way, I should come over here. Grab that. Just for the small amount of experience that it gives.
Sounds like a lot happened here.
What hasn't happened? This area is where Tevinter Magisters destroyed Arlathan City centuries ago. A whole lot of blood magic during the war.
And now?
Whatever Solus did stirred up everything again. The old blood magic from the war never went away. Ancient relics appear out of thin air, ruins float. It's like an old wound that never healed. And now it's bleeding again.
Don't fucking vault over the table, damn it. Shortcut activated.
Rook, you ready to go?
Let's go.
Harding, you sure you're up for it?
I'm fine. I need to get back in the fight.
Then let's go.
I've never seen fog this thick in Demeda's Crossing. This isn't right. The dock usually has people bringing goods to market, bartering and shouting. It's always busy.
Something happened here.
Stay sharp.
It's so quiet.
Too quiet.
Where is everybody? It's market day. People should be out selling eggs and buying bread. But everything's just abandoned.
They barricaded the main entrance into town.
To keep something out?
No, to keep something in.
It's blight. Even worse than in the forest.
They need to stay in. All of them. Inside.
You okay? What happened here?
Keep them inside. Listen to the mayor.
Hello?
I don't think he can hear us.
We'll be rewarded. all of us.
Someone used powerful magic to dominate the minds of these villagers.
The town square!
We need to search for survivors.
Let's see what we can find. Fan out.
There we go. I was gonna say, I was pretty sure there was loot in here.
This is Adeline. I knew her. She was a farmer. Sold spices to us, the best in Arlathan. I can't believe this happened.
Is that an Aravel on the roof?
The blight must have lifted it up there.
This blight is weird.
Ever seen anything like it?
Never. Blight's usually dead, static, but this is alive.
Okay, let's keep going. Might be more survivors.
What was that?
Something big. Stay sharp.
Over there. 2 more survivors.
Hey, what's going on here?
Find the Veil Jumpers. Bring them to the mayor.
They're talking about Jahel and Milva.
They said bring them to the mayor. If we find the mayor, then maybe we'll find your friends.
Why were they looking for Veil Jumpers? What did the mayor want with them? Look! More people.
Must round up everyone.
Must get them inside.
We will be rewarded.
Milva!
That's one of your fellow Veil Jumpers. Ballora.
Jahel! He's alive!
Ballora.
We're going to help you. We'll get you down, Jahel.
No, listen. The gods have returned. I saw them. I heard their voices.
The gods did this?
A blood ritual to release the blight. And the villagers, they said they needed power. Ballora, be careful.
Help me, anyone!
Come on, that sounds close.
Help me! Hurry!
A dragon? Here?
No! 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 Please! to me!
I know you. You're the mayor of this town.
The village. The people. Are they,
Blighted. Dead. All of them.
You gave them to the gods, didn't you? Didn't you?
They were in my head. Infecting my thoughts. They made me do it. Please, help me.
Deep breaths. Tell me what happened.
I tried to protect people. You have to believe me. The gods told me to lure the Veil Jumpers to the center of town. The others were to be rounded up and kept safe. They would be the first to witness the glory of Gilnenane's new creation. She showed me gold. So much gold.
So you brought the Veil Jumpers to the middle of town?
For a blood sacrifice?
Because the gods needed power.
Did you know what the gods would do?
The Veil Jumpers, they were just strangers. I thought if they were taken first, everyone else might be spared.
So you did know?
The gods exploited his greed and fear.
I'm supposed to feel sorry for him? I say we leave him right here.
But I'll die. The blight! Everywhere. What if the dragon comes back?
If we let you go, you'll run straight back to the gods.
They were in his head. Their influence might linger.
I understand what they do now. I won't attempt it again, I swear.
Rook? Let's get him out of there.
What? This entire village is dead because of him.
I know.
Then why spare him?
We don't kill people. Not like this. We're not murderers. We're not like the gods.
Thank you.
I didn't ask for your gratitude.
Then, if I may offer some advice, steel yourself. I felt their power. The promises they make, it's irresistible.
Then try harder next time. Don't make me regret saving you.
Yes, of course. But you should be worried about the rest of the world. Or this will be our future. The Fade had opened, and the gods were free. Thanks to Solus, they'd woken up to find their empire, their subjects, even their fellow gods, all gone. But they still had the power of the Blight, and corrupting a village was just the start. They made plans to tap more of the Blight, all of it, to rebuild their empire. As a path to power, it had its costs. And everyone would pay for it.
I gotta run back to the camp. Believe the next mission will cause Lace to level up. And then I'll have to do a different specific mission to allow Nev to level up.
Did you find our scouts?
They're dead. I'm sorry. Elganon and Gillenane sacrificed them in some kind of ritual.
Creators. What about the rest of the village?
The ritual spread blight everywhere. The entire village was overrun.
The few who survived are controlled by blood magic. Their minds are gone.
Algernon and Gillenane used them like puppets.
I dare say it was a show of force. They will not rest until you are on your knees, fearful, cowering, helpless in the face of such power.
Lady Morrigan?
'Tis simply Morrigan to you, Scout Harding. What a pleasure to see you again.
Rook, this is Morrigan, an old acquaintance. I thought she could help.
Morrigan helped the Inquisition when Varric and I were part of it. She knew more about ancient magic than anyone, except Solus.
'Twas both pleasure and necessity to help then, as it is now. Stopping Elganon and Gillenane shall require many hands.
So, who are you exactly?
I have borne many appellations. Advisor to Orlais, Witch of the Wilds, friend to the Inquisition. My place here, however, is but a humble advisor on matters arcane.
Witch of the Wilds?
An honorific born of rumor and exaggeration. The fearsome reputations of your opponents, however, are duly earned. This dark turn of events shall only become worse.
Then I look forward to your help.
How refreshing. Your cooperative nature is appreciated in return.
What can you tell us about all this?
As dangerous as Solus himself may be, his imprisonment of the gods was just. To leave them unchecked would have been the very end of Thedas.
Just to be clear, you know your old friend Solus is actually the Dreadwolf?
So I have come to learn. It rather explains how he knew such a great deal of ancient elven history, and why he became so vexed when I attempted to explain it to him. Whilst I cannot claim the same depth of knowledge, the knowledge I do possess is yours for the asking.
I hope it helps. For all we know, the entire world will look like Demetus Crossing once the gods are through.
This is our fault. When we interrupted Solus's ritual, the gods escaped.
Would those feelings not be better used to put things right?
But how?
Set aside your notions of godhood and see them for the ancient, powerful mages they are. Standing against them shall require serious magic of your own. When you interrupted the Dreadwolf's ritual, did you happen across any of the tools he used?
He had a dagger, but it got lost in the chaos.
Then you would do well to find it. 'Tis better in your hands than those of the gods.
Is there anything else Solus might have had that could help us? We're in his... well, he calls it the Lighthouse.
Ah, yes. The legendary sanctum of the Dreadwolf. 'Tis said his Illuvian, the Viravas, could travel to any other Illuvian of his choosing.
That's not how it works right now. It only goes to Arlethan.
I can take a look at it. Maybe fix it, even. I know Illuvians better than most.
Any help you can offer, we'd appreciate.
If Illuvians even work the same way, all the magic is different now. Our gods are back. Our gods! And they're killing people and blinding the world. How do we stand up against that?
None of us can do this alone, but we can stop them together. Alara, you're one of the only people in the world who can get our Illuvian working. Harding can track down the Lyrium dagger, and Nev can spot any clues we might miss that give us more information. Let's get to work. There's a lot of fight ahead of us.
Indeed. Prepare yourselves well and have a care in your choices. These are the times in which legends are born or slain. In this battle, I shall render whatever assistance I am able.
Right. Let's move.
Alright, so we have our first quest complete screen for the duration of the game. I'm probably going to be reading these out, just so that I don't move on before everyone's had the opportunity to know what they say. So after investigating the town to Metis Crossing, the team discovered the gods had laid waste to the town with blight. Worse, they tempted the mayor into betraying his people for gold. The team decided to spare the mayor's life. Now it's going to launch directly into the next quest, and it'll do that pretty much until what I refer to as the tutorial is done. Which I think is actually just this quest, and then things open up a little bit.
You can do this, Lace. It's gotta be done.
Hold on. I would like to see what my current ultimate does. Oh yeah, that's good. I like that a lot better than the idea of just pulling out a fucking rocket launcher, you know, in a medieval fantasy world where rocket launchers should definitely not exist. Okay. I will also be grabbing this armor skill as I make my way over here. Once I have that, you know, once I'm all the way over here, I'm going to start pumping levels into trying to get over to get this. Just not entirely certain as to the path I'm going to take to get there, if it's going to be to go this way just for the shortest possible path, or if I'm going to start filling in this inner ring, because the inner ring typically has different ways to activate necrotic weapons, and I usually like to do all of them, just so I can get that buff up whenever possible. And considering how this one makes it so that when I get parries, I get the necrotic weapons going, I'm probably going to lean more towards following the path of this ring here before making my way down here.
I should have taken the shot.
That would have made things worse.
You don't know that. All you have are guesses.
We're up against something unfamiliar, working with more rumors than facts. Of course, that's all I have.
I should have taken the shot.
We shouldn't be at each other's throats.
I'm not. Nev, I'm not. I don't blame you, or Rook, or anyone.
So just yourself? How's that working out?
Tried to stop the world from being swallowed by chaos, and now it might be swallowed by chaos anyway. Elven gods escaped from their prison, Solus is in your head, and we're scrambling to figure out what to do. And Varric?
Varric knew the risks. He knew what it might cost.
We're still standing. The fight's not over.
You know, I like that about you, Lace. You don't stop fighting, you push for answers and action, while I can get stuck on questions forever.
Well, we need someone who can put the pieces of the puzzle together. We're fighting the unknown.
Exactly. Everyone has a part to play. Varric brought us together because of our strengths. He wanted a team he could rely on. We have to be that team.
Play to our strengths.
And rely on each other.
I think I can manage that.
Then let's find Solus's dagger. It'll be a start.
Okay.
Look.
There's magic lingering in this spot. Strong. Old.
The dagger was here. Something took it.
I have to be careful not to go through too fast, like like I've been doing on my more recent playthroughs, considering how I don't want to cut things off before all of the dialogue, exposition, whatever is given.
Only one way to find out.
Look, there it goes.
Take the wood. Thank you.
Big darkspawn coming right at us. We have to go after that ghoul. Let's get this gate open.
Look up there. That magical device.
Whoa, what the hell? It's never done that where it put me through to the other side and had me walk through to the side that I was already on.
Good work. Let's keep on the trail. Darkspawn don't usually collect things, do they?
Solus's dagger is special. They might have been drawn to it.
Anyone spot that ghoul? It must have come this way.
Look out! More darkspawn ahead. We'll take that.
More darkspawn coming out of those pools. Trouble nearby.
And you got to see the stagger mechanic at work there. Enemies have that purple bar above their health where every attack you do deals a certain amount of stagger damage, which will fill up that purple bar. When that purple bar fills, they basically become a sitting duck for a while. And you can sit there and wail on them, or just go straight for the, straight for the special move.
I don't think these darkspawn took it. Let's keep
But
looking.
the strongest way I've found to utilize the stagger mechanic is to sit there and wail on them until their stagger meter has almost drained. Because it's just free damage, and then you take the finisher or the takedown, whatever you want to call it. The game calls it a takedown, but I tend to prioritize stagger damage over the actual health damage of the weapon. Because if I pull up my inventory, you can see physical damage is 65 and there's 54 stagger on that sword, you know, and that's, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. That's a heavy helmet. Heavy armor tends to have more defense, but it will give you less ability damage. Light armor tends to have the most ability damage, but the least defense, and then medium stuff is usually somewhere in the middle. But for the moment, I have really no reason to equip that. As a rogue, I'm kind of squishy anyway, so I'm gonna probably prioritize having some good ability damage instead.
Over there! Our dagger thief.
More blight in the way. And there's probably another one.
And that's the takedown move.
Another one of those magical beams. There are two.
Sometimes if you have their health down low enough, when you do the takedown, there'll be a unique, well, I shouldn't say unique, there will be a more cinematic takedown. Because it's not unique, it would actually be the same one over and over again. Because there are not multiple takedown animations. Like, when you're playing a warrior, using your two-handed weapon, you'll have the same takedown animation regardless of whether you're using a warhammer or a battle axe. And you'll have the same takedown animation when you're in your one-handed and shield stance, regardless of whether you're using an axe or a sword. And it works the same way for mages, whether you're using a staff or the orb and dagger combo. And then rogues actually only have one animation because they don't have a takedown animation for their bow. Which I think is kind of stupid, but I don't know, that's just how they did it, so.
Get ready.
Ow. Fucking javelin asshole. When you see that blue bar over their health, that the game refers to that as barriers, kind of a magical shield. When you use your ranged attacks, it will deal extra damage to barriers.
I'm there.
Okay, I could've sworn I parried that one.
Got it.
Take him out.
And there you go. Being able to stagger them more often just means a lot of free damage that could potentially result in them never being able to do anything again for the rest of the fight. As you saw there, you know, he was stunned, and I just sat there and wailed on him until his health was low enough to finish him off with the takedown move. Of course, that's not going to work on every enemy. Some enemies are too tanky for that, but...
That has to be the ghoul we're tracking.
Better hope it still has the dagger.
Better be ready.
We're under fire.
Ow. Oh my gosh.
Hodding?
This is the eternal hymn, the prayer and the proclamation. We are free again, whole again, here again, here again.
Hoarding! I can hear it. The song of the stone. What is happening to me? What the?
I actually don't remember if I played through the Descent DLC of Inquisition on my YouTube channel or not. But the Descent DLC gave me my theory as to what was happening to Lace. And I turned out to be right.
On the left.
Into town.
And that's another one down.
Bet they never saw that coming. They're coming from the right.
Take the shot.
Get parried, idiot. Oh, I didn't think that was going to finish him off.
They're aiming for us.
Clear out.
Okay, I definitely thought I parried that. Back up! Holy shit. The flurry attack this guy has is really annoying.
That dagger. What did it do to me?
Not sure, but we should get back. We'll talk it through there.
Your pet has failed, sister. And now the magic of the Dreadwolf's dagger is hidden from me. Fen Harel meddles once again.
If his dagger's beyond our reach, we must craft another. Made of red lyrium.
You said something took you over.
Something like that?
And it's still with you?
Yes. I think so. It can't be possession, can it?
I doubt it. Dwarves can't be possessed. They aren't connected to the Fade. Solus's dagger triggered this event. But how? Or why? I'm sorry, Lace. I wish I had answers.
It's all right. Talking has helped. And hey, we got the dagger, right? Mission accomplished. Dwarves have never used magic. We can't.
I honestly don't know what to think.
Tell me about it.
Maybe I just need time.
It's all strange, but somehow I feel connected. To the stone. Dwarves call ourselves children of the stone. Some of us have what we call stone sense. Those that have it can feel caves, lyrium veins, and faults in the rock. I wasn't one of them. Maybe the dagger unlocks something hidden. But this is more than the stone sense I know. I know it's strange, but is this gonna create problems for us?
I trust you have this all handled. You always have things handled.
I just hope I can use this magic to do what's right.
I have faith.
I'll send word to the Grey Wardens about the blight we saw. And then I'm gonna lie down.
And we need more answers about what the gods are planning. I'll find some place to relax and try to reach Solus in the Fade.
Good luck. Try not to let him get to you. It feels like we're finally making some progress. And I'm not sure what my new magic's about, but I know it feels right.
With their eyes on the Dreadwolf and the gods he'd set loose, they couldn't see their own personal demons coming to haunt them. Harding told herself it felt right. She was connected to the stone, to the lost titans, and all of Dwarven history, with its buried secrets. How could that be anything but good?
Yeah, so Varric had... Oh, hold on, I forgot about the quest complete screen. One moment before I get back to my tangent. The teen returned to Solus's ritual site, hoping to find the lyrium dagger that Solus lost. They pried the ancient artifact away from the darkspawn ghouls that were drawn to it, but touching the dagger had a profound effect on Lace Harding, seemingly rekindling a forgotten link between her and the stone. What this means for Harding remains to be seen. Anyway, in the Descent DLC
Guess I should
for
find some
Inquisition,
place to try to talk to Solus.
in that DLC, you're part of like a dwarven expedition into the Deep Roads, and while you're there, one of the members of the expedition, don't know why I couldn't think of the word there, Shaper Volta, is exposed to basically a Titan, and it causes her to become connected to it, and she uses magic during that DLC. And if you're playing the right kind of if you're playing a mage or a character with arcane knowledge perk, you have, you'd be able to point it out, basically. You talk to Volta and tell her that, that what she did there wasn't just some bizarre new ability, it was magic. Because dwarves do magic through connecting with the Titans, which implies that, before the Titans were all defeated, and quote-unquote killed, that, dwarves, were able to do magic, is the implication that I draw. I haven't read anything in the Codex that states that outright, so it's just speculation, but that's just what I make of it. Now I can go have a conversation with Lace. Okay, there we go. Got the Dragon Age 2 and Mass Effect themed armors.
Toldar, it's a Tunal. Veilguard, Velos Atreidim. But Velos Atreidim is nothing like Isatunal.
Isatunal. I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming?
They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
You're busy. I shouldn't interrupt.
No, wait, sorry. Please, stay. We can talk. About the stone. About Isatunal. Maybe explaining it to someone else will help get my thoughts in order.
So what is it? What does it mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
What's important is that you're happy.
Happy? Happy's not it. Whole. Right, maybe. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
I'm about to have access to the regular wardrobe.
Wait, that room wasn't there before, I don't think. Nev, or Harding, must have put my pack here. Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things. Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solus, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look in it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done. I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face I've seen a lot. Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this. I helped a lot of Minratha's slaves escape to freedom the night I met Varric. Then the Magisters cracked down in retaliation, and the Shadow Dragons decided I was too much trouble to keep around. We could have taken a stand and dared the Magisters to come after us. At least people are free because of what I did. The peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me the scroll went back to even before Tevinter. Said that elves had a rich history, even more than the rest of us. We've got a culture that's lasted thousands of years. Good to remember everything we've done.
Yep, the elves were around first, and then were brutally massacred and enslaved and all bunch of horrible shit by humans, because if that doesn't sound like human nature, I don't know what does. Just being horrendous assholes to other people just because they're different.
The tools every professional scoundrel needs when learning the trade. I spent as much time picking locks and mixing potions as I did training with blades or a bow. It took me so long learning to get the alchemical mixtures just right, but what I learned saved my life more than once. Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solus? Just sleep or... Oh, relaxing. Maybe if I clear my mind...
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. Did I overstate the danger?
No. It appears to be just about as bad as you said.
How unfortunate for you.
I need to know
what an asshole.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
I met Varric when he asked the Shadow Dragons for help with freeing an old friend from Venatori slavers. The Shadow Dragons had a safe plan that wasn't going to work.
So, you and Varric led an armed rebellion and dealt a devastating blow to the Venatori.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The Elven Gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
The rest of the Blight is imprisoned? There's more than what's in the world already?
Yes. Centuries ago, the Magisters of Tevinter opened my prison. A tiny fragment of the Blight escaped. That fragment grew beneath the earth and led to the Blights that have swept across the world. However terrible the Blight is now, it is a mere fraction of what we will see if its full power is unleashed.
The Blight didn't escape with the gods?
Elganon and Gillenane escaped largely empty-handed, fortunately. Most of the Blight is still trapped in the prison I created ages ago.
So what we saw at the village, that's them not at full strength?
Correct.
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the Elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the Blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation, and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
What would they need to do to free the Blight? And how do we stop them from doing it?
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
We've already recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the Blight is the first? What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
I'm not gonna bend a knee to blighted, murdering monsters just because their ears are pointed like mine. I don't think many other elves are going to either.
Agreed. Elganon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and seize any chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganon and Gillenane.
Thank you. I'll go poke at the cruel and corrupt, and we'll see what we find.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes. I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
And there we go, the wardrobe. I can now have better access to the customization of my shit. Alright. I'm pretty sure I don't have a better appearance for a bow yet. No. Really, these don't matter because I'm going to keep the helmet hidden. But yeah, this is what it would have had me look like if I hadn't used that chest in order to equip the default shit. And I just hate that there are no shoes. And the second piece of armor that I would have been able to pick up is this one, which also has no shoes. This is one of the Mass Effect themed armors. This is the other Mass Effect themed armor. And then up here is the Dragon Age 2 one. But I'm going to stick with just the default stuff for now. Give her a less ridiculous looking bow. Pretty sure this one's stupid. Yeah, it's not great. It's not terrible, but it's not great. It's definitely not good. Yeah, we're gonna leave it at that for now.
So Solus told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You gotta take point on this.
I didn't come in here trying to take your job, Varric.
I know you didn't. But it's what the team needs right now.
You sure? Harding got hurt because she listened to me.
Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You risked your neck to bring down an entire slavery ring. Pretty much by yourself.
I had help.
Sure. I got winded about 5 minutes in. You did most of the work. Ticked off a bunch of Minrathous big shots, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solus wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
There is something. Demeter's crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solus and the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
It doesn't matter how I feel about it. We can't stop the gods without what he knows.
And there you go. You don't have to love him to deal with him.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Will do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
Alright, so I'm gonna go talk to Nev in order to get the next quest, and I'm probably gonna cut the video there after that's done. Approaching the 3-hour mark, and I feel like that's a good enough place to stop.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here, but you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods. I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
Well, I'm sold. Now we charm the crows.
Fingers crossed. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
This is great. Thanks, Nev.
It's what I'm here for.
You said the crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic. And who fights the worst of it?
The Shadow Dragons. Good idea. Resist the gods with our own resistance group.
If the gods enter the empire, our contacts back home might get something.
Years with the Shadow Dragons, and this is the first time we've worked together.
Directly. I gather information for the Shadows. You might have used one of my leads. And I've heard of you.
I bet everyone heard about the Nessus job.
You were right to avoid Minrathous after. More than one Magister wanted your head. It was good work, though. And we've got more ahead.
You know, I miss the other Shadows. Or I do when I get a second to think.
How many of those have you had?
I don't know. 5?
Sounds about right.
So, we talked to the crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Alright. Gonna make my way down to where the next quest starts, and that's gonna be where I cut the episode. Gonna save it here. Oh, wait. There's not gonna be a save to save over the top of. I need to make a new save. Alrighty. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. Start in on the next few quests. Probably tomorrow on the next episode. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.